Very good morning, everyone, and welcome along to Sha Tin as we build up towards FWD Champions Day. Can't wait for the big race, the QE2 Cup, and I'm pleased to be joined by Karis Teaton, also the trainer, Tomohito Ozeki, for Glory Vase. Karis, I'll start off with you. Thanks for your time this morning. How did the opportunity come up for you to ride Glory Vase?
Thank you very much, Ed, for inviting me. And Mr. Ozeki Sensei, ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning, everyone. It was a good opportunity for me. Of course, I know Adam, the agent from Japan. He's always helped me up when I went to Japan for a short stint. And when I found out that with the situation around the world, that the Japanese horses are coming, but there won't be the jockeys traveling with them. So I took the opportunity to get hold of the agent and put my name down. So I had to hold on for a while, but I knew that there won't be much jockey coming, so I could end up being on one of the Japanese horses. And it turned out that I ended up on a very good horse.
You came close in this race last year, Karis, on Furore, second, of course, to Exultant. We've seen what Glory Vase has done when he's come to Hong Kong before. How excited are you about riding him on Sunday?
Of course, last year finished second. Of course, it was not good enough, but this year, of course, you just want to do better. Of course, being on the Japanese horse, especially Glory Vase, it's really interesting. I can't wait for the race. Of course, his win in the Vase was very impressive when he came here, and he looks magnificent. I've seen a few pictures of him and saw him around the track, so I'm really excited.
And just tell us, Karis, a bit about your time in Japan and what you learnt from Japanese racing and how things work over there in those opportunities you've had riding over there in the off-season and also in the World Jockeys Challenge they've got there.
It's really good racing there. I love the culture in Japan. I love traveling there. You learn a lot about racing. Of course, they have young horses and they have some really good horses. So, I really spent my time when I went there. I really enjoyed everything and definitely learned a lot about racing because their racing pattern, it's completely different. So, and riding in different tracks, different horses every day, really taught me a lot.
Just in particular, Karis, their horses, whenever they go anywhere around the world, here in Hong Kong we've seen it, Dubai, Australia, they're a formidable force, the Japanese horses on the world stage. Did you learn from going over there what it is about them that makes them so good on the world stage?
Yeah, of course, they've been super strong around the world for so many years now. Of course, they got so many good stallions that producing so many good horses. So you have to respect the Japanese horses when they travel. They've always caught people's eyes. Of course, like you mentioned, when they travel to Hong Kong, they've been super strong in the last couple of years. So it's always been a dream for me, when the Japanese horses come to Hong Kong to try get on one of them, because I know they will be very competitive here because, at their home ground, they are so strong. And like you said, they got so much facilities there that produce so many good horses. So this is really a great opportunity for me.
Karis, I'll get back to you with a couple of questions later on, but Ozeki-san, thank you for your time. I'll bring you into the conversation here. How has Glory Vase settled into life once again in Hong Kong?
一番最初にこんな困難な状況の中で、ご招待いただいて、香港ジョッキークラブの方には皆さんに大変感謝申し上げます。馬の方は、2回目で、やはり前回よりも落ち着いて、馬体重の減少も馬体重の減少も少なくて済んでますし、元気で、ここに戻ってこれてハッピーに見えます。
Did the fact that he performed so well here, his last trip in 2019, did that help in the decision to bring him back here for the QE2 Cup this time around?
香港でのそのいい結果と、あと、日本の状況的にですね、グローディベイズが、シャティンと同様に得意としている京都競馬場が、長い工事に入ってしまいまして、その中で、こちらをチョイスさせていただきました。
And what about the distance for the race? We saw how good he was over 2,400 metres here at Sha Tin in the Vase, and a number of other big wins in Japan have been over 2,400. Could he be just as effective here on Sunday over 2,000 metres though?
そうですね、そこが一番のポイントだと思ってます。まあ、その中で、まあ、ジャパンカップが、速いペースの2400メートルというにはかなり速いペースの競馬を前目で競馬しっかりしてきて、で、まあ前回が久しぶりの2000メートルだったんですけども、まあ、馬場が悪かった中でしっかり走り切ったんで、そういう意味では、ここに向けて2000メートル仕様に持ってこれてるのかなと思ってます。
And just looking at his overall career record, for a horse of his age, he's a pretty lightly raced horse. Has he had his issues along the way?
そうですね。まあ、もともと体質的に、そこまで強くない馬だったんで、この馬の適性に合ったレースをオーナーと相談しながら使ってきたところですかね。なので、まあ、大事に使ってきてまだ馬も若いですし、2年前よりも成長している部分もあるかなと思います。
And Adam, just a final question for me, for Ozeki-san. How does he compare to the other Japanese horses in the QE2 Cup? We saw a lot of them come through the Kinko show, for instance, last time out. How do those four line up?
なんですかね。もちろん他の馬たちはの強さをリスペクトしながらも、常に自分のところのグローリーベイズが一番強いと思って出走させています。
Okay, that is good to hear. Karis, of course, you're going to be riding him in the race. Will you get a feel for him between now and Sunday?
Yes, of course, I've got told I'll sit on him tomorrow morning. So that would be nice for me to get a feel on him tomorrow morning.
And just a final one for you from me, Karis. You had success at this meeting last year, of course, on Mr. Stunning. You've got Big Party and Southern Legend as your other rides in the 3 Group 1s. What can you tell us about how you're feeling about those 2 horses?
Yeah, of course, I've got 3 nice horses on the big one. So Southern Legend is really putting his best in all his run this season. He's an old horse, but they've got him in really good condition. Casper and his team. Of course, we have the Golden 60 to be running against. But we go out there to try to win the race. And in the sprint, of course, I won it with Mr. Stunning last year. He was a very special horse to me. I think Big Party will need some luck in the run. If we get a nice gate wherever he's not using too much, I think he could finish in the top 4.
So Karis, Ozeki-san, thank you for answering my questions, but I'll now open it up to the floor, both those of us here at Sha Tin and also those on Zoom, from our friends at the media who would like to open the batting, who would like to ask the first question. Tom Biddington from the South China Morning Post. Over to you, Tom.
Thanks, Ed. To Ozeki-san, obviously tasted success in Hong Kong with Glory Vase before. What are your memories from that day at the Hong Kong International Races?
自分がした仕事で国歌が流れたのはちょっとすごくジンときました。
Karis, how do you see the race playing out tactically?
Yeah, of course, I'm gonna go through a race again, but I think the main factor in the race will be the pace. How fast will Time Walker go on? And of course, a horse like Exultant, we've seen in the last few runs, he's been a bit handy and he's trapping a bit hard. So in his last trial, I saw they worked him pretty handy. So I think the main thing will be the pace in the race. But it's a small field. The draw, I don't think will be matter. I just think the pace will matter in the race.
Karis, Ozeki-san, Adam, thank you all very much. All the best for the weekend.